So now that I know I'm going to be spending time in LinkedIn, I have to think about what should I optimize up there? Because I'm all about optimization and boosting conversion rates. So let me put my coffee down after I take a sip. So the main asset in LinkedIn visually that I want to optimize is my LinkedIn header. Now I'm going to show you the tests I ran in order to get this optimized. If you go to my profile right now, you'll see a slightly different iteration of this. And that's because I was able to run additional tests after this. So here's my LinkedIn profile. So you can see I've got credibility bar, and I've got some messaging here, but let me show you how I tested my way into it. I'm going back over to Miro. So I was doing click tests, which, as you know, we run a lot of click tests. You may know them as color block tests, but this is you probably are familiar with this container too, just the true false. I'm looking into my audience's pain points. And because I'm up leveling my audience, instead of going after small businesses, going after more mid-size and enterprise businesses, they use different, not everybody, but there is a lot of different marketing language that's used, like talking about MQLs and SQLs. So marketing qualified leads, sales qualified leads. They talk about filling a pipeline. It's more account-based marketing versus funnel-based marketing. So I want to use their language, and I'm trying to test my way into understanding what language is working best. Then I wanted to test my brand image. Now, LinkedIn, it's all about person-to-person connection. So which brand image for me is going to work the best? I just used AI to generate these because I didn't have recent headshots. That was pretty fast to get these popped up. This is the pose that worked the best, and then this is the treatment that worked the best. So then I pull that forward. So I'm starting to build my story here and test different iterations on that. I'm now looking for a snippet, like putting a couple sentences together. Spending more to fill your sales pipeline this year. It's time for more predictable MQL and SQL flow. Or sales pipeline has no momentum. It's time for more consistent MQL and SQL flow. So I tested those, found one that worked the best. Now I need to test my credibility. So you can see here, I've got some confirmation bias where I thought people would care that I was an Inc. 5000 founder. Turns out they don't care as much as I thought they did. So this is the one that won. It's me without the Inc. 5000. Next, I wanted to test a more visual story on, what about this growth chart? What about this background? So I'm testing some different elements there. Then I get into the benefits. So what is the main tagline? Get your pipeline back on track, predictable B2B business growth, consistent B2B business expansion. Like what of those taglines are working the best? I tested customer testimonials and using a little bit different language for each of them to see which one works the best. This is cool. I'm going to talk about this in my next video, so I'm not going to spend time on that. But you can see how through all this testing, I was able to create this asset, which is my LinkedIn header, and have the right language that is resonating with my new ICP. And I also built an MVP website, which has, just the top of the page, which is matching the LinkedIn profile, and then the 3 winning testimonials, and then a form for them to complete. One other thing, I think I'm going to cover this in more detail in my next video as well, but just to show you from all the message testing, we're able to create a gold coin library. So what are the messages that resonate the most with my audience? And then these messages I can use again and again and again in all the different marketing materials and assets that I have. So hopefully that is helpful for you to see how I'm applying the click testing methodology to a different place. Like you've seen me apply that to landing pages, but what about LinkedIn? How do you use it on LinkedIn? This is how I'm using it. And yeah, please connect with me and reach out. I'd love to start a conversation, learn more about where you're at, how you're using click testing. And obviously, if you're in a place where your company is a perfect match for what we're looking for to apply our resources to it, we'd love to have a conversation with you as well there and see what we can do to help you break out of that growth plateau. Okay. Thank you, and look forward to connecting with you and having a chat.